In the year 1797, the sound of church bells echoed across the open San Fernando Valley as Mission San Fernando, Rey de España, was established. The mission rose from the land with thick adobe walls, red clay roof tiles, and long shade pathways. It was meant to be a place of faith, order, and growth in a distant frontier of the Spanish Empire. Franciscan priests guided life at the mission, leading daily prayers and religious ceremonies. The Tatavian people native to the valley lived and worked there as well. They built the mission buildings by hand, farmed the land, and cared for large herds of cattle, sheep, and horses. Days follow a strict routine of labor and worship. And while the mission brought new skills and structures, it also brought great loss to the Tatavian, whose traditions and freedom were deeply affected. As years passed, Mission San Fernando became one of the most successful missions in California. Fields of grain and gardens stretched far beyond the mission's walls, and the valley became known for its rich farmland. The mission's courtyard was often filled with activity, workers moving supplies, priests teaching lessons, and the steady ringing of bells marking the hours of the day. In the early 1800s, change arrived once again when Mexico gained independence from Spain in 1821. Control of California shifted. Not long after, the Mexican government took the missions away from the Catholic Church and placed them under government control. Without the support and structure of the church, Mission San Fernando began to weaken. Much of the land was sold or taken, and the once busy mission slowly fell into decline. Many Native Americans who had lived there were left without protection or resources. By the late 1800s, time, neglect, and powerful earthquakes had damaged the mission's buildings. Roofs collapsed, walls cracked, and the mission stood quiet and nearly forgotten. What was once a center of life became a reminder of a fading past. In the 20th century, however, people recognized the importance of preserving the mission. Restoration efforts began, and parts of the mission San Fernando were carefully rebuilt. The church was restored, the courtyard cleaned, and the bells returned to their tower. Though the mission would never again function as it once had, it was given a new purpose as a historical landmark. Today, Mission San Fernando, Rey de España, stands surrounded by a modern city, its adobe walls still holding the stories of faith, struggle, and change. Visitors who walk its ground step into a piece of California's early history, where echoes of the past remain woven into the present. Continue to the end for unexpectedly surprised.
This is where they wash their feet before they stomp on the grapes.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that is so cool.
So they get inside the tub and they smash the grape with their feet.
Huh.
Like Lucy. Who's that famous face you see, Marie?
That's Bob Hope.
The Ghost Breakers. I've seen that movie.
He played the organ?
Yeah, with Paulette Goddard. Well, that's cool. That's super cool.
Love it.
Bob Hope. And do you like this? 1797 to 1997.
Oh.
Lived here 1820 to 1835. Wow.
It's beautiful.
Who's that here? Okay, here's with the Papa. John Paul II. He sat in this chair for morning prayer at San Fernando Mission, September 16th, which happens to be Mexican Independence Day, 1987.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, this is the pulpit. Or something.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
No, do you think this is a pulpit?
Looks like everything's in Latin.
The sun was gentle over Mission San Fernando the day we visited. The old stone walls stood quietly holding centuries of prayers, footsteps, and stories. There's something about the missions in California, the arches, the bells, the gardens, that makes you slow down without even realizing it. We walk through the peaceful grounds, reading the historic markers and admiring the beauty of the church. The air felt still, almost sacred, and then unexpectedly we saw a name that felt so familiar. Bob Hope? For a moment, it didn't seem real. The legendary entertainer, the man who made millions laugh, who performed for troops for decades, who lived to be 100 years old, resting here in this quiet mission garden. His burial place wasn't flashy or grand, it was peaceful, simple, surrounded by history and faith. It felt fitting in a way. A man who spent his life bringing joy and laughter, now resting in a place that has stood since 1797, a place of reflection and prayer. Standing there, it was surprising how small the world felt. Hollywood fame, bright lights, stage, applause, and yet, in the end, we all returned to stillness. The mission bells, the rustling trees, and the California sky felt like a gentle tribute. It turned our visit into something more than just sightseeing. It became a moment of reflection about legacy, time, and about how even the most famous lives eventually rest in the quiet places. And somehow that made the mission feel even more special.